she turned to Crewneck Ted and said, you gonna fix this. You gonna help save this family. And you gonna make sure we safe. You are. I was like, okay, Nicole.
Lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Bertine. Not Bertine's heart.
With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you.
I discharged myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. Again, Miss Anita needs to tell me what exactly did she do to these women for them to not want to fool with her. Granted, Naomi came over there and they had their little moment. Ooh, our biggest fan. She told them about the agent, and Miss Tracy was like, so you did all of this to perform again? And she was like, no, I just want to really make it up to y'all, and I want to fix, you know, the past, especially how with the way I left, and then everything else. And she was like, well, you know, if I'm excited about this, it's cool, and I might sign off on it, but you know, Sharon's not, and y'all ain't beginning to scratch the surface with that situation. She's like, I know it's gonna be prickly. What did you do? In the storyline that could have been wrapped up if they would have had communication, 4 days ago. We could have wrapped this up last Friday, but y'all carried it into this week. Derek and Ashley are finally back together and kissing on one another and talking about, I'm gonna take you on dates, and I should have listened to you, and I should have listened to him, and oh my god, I love you. And it's just like, so we sat through Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We spent 5 days on y'all for y'all to finally communicate and fix everything. Was I not preaching communication from the very beginning? You know what? Get them out my face. Shout out to them for giving a nod to Tamara Tooney and her work she did on As the World Turns as Jessica Griffin, being one part of the super couple of her and Duncan, when June was like, oh, you know, my name is Jessica Griffin, and she starts explaining all of her life story, and I was like, I know this is a soap opera. I know this. I couldn't remember the name, but I was like, I know this is a soap opera. And June is having a good time. She down there talking. And if y'all don't know, that's Jasmine Burke. And if y'all watch Star, y'all remember she was on the show. She worked in the salon and Gladys Knight played her auntie. Y'all have to remember her. She was also in Saints and Sinners. She's done a lot. But she telling them her story, and Nicole picks it up as, oh, you talking about As the World Turns. And she was like, you know, Naomi and Jacob was like, how did you know? And she was like, well, we're in tune with what all the patients are watching. But also, I always thought Mom looked like the actress. So we're very much in the world of, we are in our own world. And As the World Turns is a soap opera. I love that. I really do. Kat played the recording for Ted and Nicole. And basically, everybody at one point in that room was like, okay, maybe Eva did help. But then it was like, nah, we can't see her doing that. I think that her mama did it. I don't see Eva trying to run nobody off the road or just spiking no potassium. But Wiggy Wonder, she would definitely do that. And when he said that he had been talking to Wiggy Wonder, Nicole said, and you're talking to her? I was like, see, Crewneck Ted, you probably shouldn't have said nothing. And when Nicole told Kat, listen, I know you are obsessed with these true crime shows. And she was like, I'm not obsessed. And it was like, girl, me neither. I love true crime. It's a good time. It teaches you to watch out for the signs. So I'm probably paranoid now. Anyway, she was like, you're my daughter. I need you to stay away from her. But she was like, she turned to Crewneck Ted and said, you gonna fix this. You gonna help save this family. And you gonna make sure we safe. You are. I was like, okay, Nicole. Nicole ain't playing with you. She not. I still want to know who was in them photos with June. Like, is that her and Triple H, or is that her children as in Samantha and Tyrell? We got to figure this out. We got to know something. We know she's going to be around for a very long time. Now, Jacob did come over after Nicole called him, and he basically let it be known that Eva does have an alibi. She was down to the casino, but Wiggy Wonder doesn't. So we're still operating on the fact that we don't have no evidence, and we still got to look out for all this stuff. And even though the potassium spiked and we got security cameras around here, somebody could be skulking around this hospital doing X, Y, and Z, and nobody would ever know. So now everybody's scared. Ted needs to go talk to that crazy lady, and you better fix this, and you better fix it now. You better get her out of our lives. We cool with Eva, but that other lady, she got to go. Speaking of Wiggy Wonder, she had popped up on Eva in a hotel room, and she was like, ooh, little girl, I knew you can stay mad at me for long, and I knew I wasn't going to be mad at you for long. And honestly, you did yourself good by trying to stop my plan, because your daddy got you a hotel room and you're living in a lap of luxury. She's crazy, because then she proceeds to talk about how Ted was busting her down in the hotel rooms, and how he took her to Watergate, and how he took her here, and how they didn't need to leave the hotel room. That should have told you something, that you weren't worth nothing to him if he was busting you down in hotel rooms, but he wasn't taking you out flaunting you. If he really wanted to be with you, he would have been flaunting you around town, and it wouldn't have mattered what Nicole said. Now, Wiggy Wonder over there rewriting history. So earlier in the episode, she rolled up on Mona like she was in a training bra with a donut, thinking everything was going to be copacetic. And Mona was like, girl, I don't want to do with you. Don't sit your ass down. And she set her ass down. And she's like, Mona, you need to boss up on her real quick. Okay, you need to let her know you ain't the one, the two, or the three to play with. Okay, you need to let her know to stop playing in your face like that. And she starts trying to rewrite history when it comes to her, Ted, and Nicole, because Mona was like, I understand you being upset with Ted, but you going after Nicole was diabolical. It was despicable. And she was like, well, he loved me, and he left me because she needed to save face with everyone, and we would have still been together had it not been for the fact that divorce was not a thing for the Duprees back then. But now, look at everything. She left him after her perfect little world came crumbling down. And it's just like, how many times does it have to be said? He's not a Dupree. He's not a Dupree. She didn't know anything about you. She didn't know anything about you. Had she known anything about you, she probably would have left him too all them years ago. Especially at the time it was happening. But she's crazy. And it's just like, so we over here rewriting history, and then you over here reminiscing with Eva about how he used to bust you down in hotel rooms like you was a thought pocket. And it's just like, where's your self-worth? I want her to have self-worth. I don't know if self-worth went out the, window when she figured out that Married Peen was where it was. I don't know. She's crazy. Now, see, Kat don't want to believe the alibi that Eva has, because she's stuck on this whole Eva thing. But her whole thing is, like, I know it seems like I'm trying to take Eva down, which it kind of does, but she's like, I cannot shake the feeling that she somehow knew what her mother did. And it was like, well, she's not wrong, because Eva had an inkling. She had, her discernment told her mother did something, not once but twice to Laura, and she just brushed it off. And it's just like, ooh, girl, you should have listened to your discernment. And ultimately, your discernment and you not listening to it, and you taking up for your mother when it came to Jacob and lying for her, is what's going to screw you up in the end. Now, Eva all but told Wiggy Wonder, you crazy. That man don't want you. He don't like you. He hates you. And it's disgusting that you sitting up here reminiscing about how he used to bust you down back in the day. I don't want to hear it. I gotta go to work. Get your ass out this hotel room. Only for her to slip a little piece of paper in the door so she could come back and steal from the hotel room. Only for Ted to pop up, and she's at the door like, oh, I've been waiting for you, Teddy Boo. Oh. And I was like, girl, the actress is amazing. Like, that lady, like, the character, Wiggy Wonder, she crazy. Finally, somebody did it. Finally, somebody talked to Shanice like I have been telling y'all to do. And Shanice told Kat. Now, all I have to say is, show her a picture. Because if you show her a picture, then y'all can confirm that that crazy lady was over there and she did something to Laura. That's all you gotta do.